traditional exercise.
You mean just when you're just in the...
Well, for example, okay, let's say even if around that, like where some of those vibra plates and you're doing squats, whatever, there's definitely something going on. Yeah, because we have it goes forwards, backwards, up, down, and vibrates, like this vibrating place that we stand on, and it was very reminiscent of that. Yeah.
When I stood it the first time and the deer was hitting, I was feeling the expansion of my energy field. So I was feeling, so you know how you just feel your fingers from like your fingers? It's like I was feeling my energy fingers like expanding outward. It's really powerful.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's so funny. Like right here, I hadn't even done anything like Qigong, or like immediately I was like, oh wow. Like I was like, I feel shortcut right into like this really. You hold such a great container here. Great container. It's a great container. Yeah. It's really inspiring. Also, really makes us want to set up our space a little nicer. I have so many crystals too. You guys should come over and pick some. We'll donate something to the space.
I appreciate that. We were talking about...
Yeah, we're gonna bring ours too.
I think maybe you know.
I have so many.
He's friend of Lucas, so he has a mine in South Dakota.
Cool.
He brought tons of stuff here after the show in Tucson.
Yeah, it's just right now ended.
Right now they're there. So he brought it here, and I made a little boutique for him, and I have a huge warehouse. I said, you can bring your big rocks over there. We have, we show rocks over there and boutique here. But that was a good idea because he said, Lucas sell over $1 million a year, so he said, you can get some benefit for your center. So we filled up all rocks and stuff. Then, like 4 or 5 months later on, after the second show he went, he said, you know what, I want to go back to South Dakota. He took all of his stuff. I said, okay. And he has a stage 4 skin cancer.
Well,
I said, okay,
if you want to reset up that warehouse idea, I'll buy a bunch of crystals. I'm super happy to do that because I'm really actually revitalizing my crystal business. And online is great, but combining it with like a full-blown center so you can be experienced with other tools.
We can have a
much different than
warehouse
some
for big rocks.
It's $40 on the internet. It's much nicer in person.
Yeah, we can have a warehouse for big rocks to show for the wholesale.
Yeah.
And then we have a boutique here, and with sound and stuff that and then every time we have gathering, you can sell your stuff.
It was so funny because that's actually what happened with my business. About 3 years in, I had like a laser, and I started doing art, and I started doing shells and art, and that started outselling the crystals like almost 2 to 1. And then I started selling sound bowls and 432 stuff, and that. I was like, oh, so I just kept adding.
Did you have one of these?
Dude, I have one of those, but not the
mushroom.
mushroom.
Have one of these?
I don't have a mushroom one like that. I have one. I have it.
Oh, the one that is in this one.
Yeah.
This one, this guy across the street, he had 3 of them.
Oh.
So he came here a few years ago to one of my show, and he put it on my back. I said, this is good for my cancer patient. I was bugging him to sell it to me. He said, this is just mine. I'm not going to sell it. So his roommate was one of my followers, was coming here. He said, don't worry, I'm going to buy one from him. So he bought it from me, and then he sold it to me.
Cool.
Yeah, like fun. And you have no idea. Hundreds of people, they get benefit out of it.
I
This
love that.
It's like magical. Other one is good, but this one you feel the energy.
I like it, and it seems like actually more like if you're gonna see how energy vibrates, like it seems like more concentric, like more towards you. Whereas if it's the other way, it's more.
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah, it's open.
Into
It's interesting.
So I do grounding here, then we go to other room, and I wanna, before you guys leave, I want you to start to use a few minutes to see if you like it. Let's go to other room.
Cool.
You can hang out here if you want, but
thank
we
you.
can go to other room.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.